Hey everyone, welcome back to the Flick Faced podcast / YouTube channel. Recently, I'm Jonah.
I'm Stan South Bottom.
And I'm Johnny.
And this week we are reviewing the 1984...
82.
1982. That was a good guess.
Not
How?
bad.
Like,
not bad.
every
Thing.
time I've typed in the thing in Google, it says the thing 1982.
Well, I was on the IMDb page, scrolled down, I had to scroll up to get it.
Not bad. Boom.
Anyway, yeah, we're back. John's back.
I'm back, baby.
He made it past the review panel.
Yeah. So, John, you want to sort of apologize for all the offensive things you said last week?
So you brought it up on the podcast last week. I had a lot of things to say about goats.
Italian goats.
Italian goats.
Yeah.
And, with the sabbatical that I was forced upon, I didn't want to leave, but I took your guys' advice to take a sabbatical. And, during it, I thought really long and hard about what I had to say about, the goats. And then I realized I was long and hard because I was thinking about goats. So I haven't changed a bit, and I will never change.
Boo. I need a boo button
Listen,
on this.
I don't approve of it, but I accept the candor.
Thank you.
I do accept the candor of it all.
My eyes are going to start watering again. It's going to happen.
Hey, call me
Why are you
Cassian
always-
Andor
why are you-
because
why?
I appreciate the candor. Did you guys hear my joke? It was so good.
No, I was looking up that
No,
pig movie
shut up.
that you were talking about, actually.
No, we can't look up.
It's
pig
true.
right
It's why does Nicolas Cage look like this in the movie?
I'm looking for my truffle pig. Where's the truffle pig?
Can we go to the midnight release of that?
Okay, come on. Let's
Okay.
get to the
Sorry,
thing.
yeah,
Let's get
we're
to the
doing a movie.
thing,
We're doing a movie here.
What'd you guys think of the thing?
What?
Is this your first time watching?
Yes. And I was shocked.
What's wrong
John
with
boy?
you? You're dying over there.
I know. It's just, I start thinking about it, like I'll sweat a little bit, and I'm like, oh shoot, like it's going to jump into my eye like last week. And then I'm like, my eyes are going to start watering like last week, and we're filming on YouTube, and I get at this vicious circle, and my eyes will start to water, and I just keep thinking about it.
Oh no!
I can't believe this is a real thing.
What
This
is
insane.
happening?
Yeah. I was just telling them
Gone
earlier.
for 2 weeks, and this is what happened.
I was
He's a wreck.
telling Tyler and Johnny just a minute ago about my story yesterday about Saturday walking outside without sunglasses on, and it was brutal. I was like tears streaming down my face because it was so bright.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. And now it's happening again.
I've never met somebody with like eye allergies, like light sensitivity eye allergies.
It's so bad right now.
It's not even. But yeah, okay. So the thing. So started off watching it,
Yep.
and it starts out with that cheesy UFO entering the atmosphere.
The UFO is rough.
And
The
I was
UFO is
like,
rough.
as soon as that happened, and then that little title sequence with like the 80s like thunder sounds, and it was like the thing, and I was like, oh boy, here we go.
Okay, so
this is gonna be a terrible 80s movie.
I thought this movie, I thought it was about, what I had a general idea. I knew it was something about some alien that like goes in and it's like mimics the people or something like that, takes them over.
Right.
So, and just like the way it starts out, this movie is just like so weird. There's these guys in a helicopter shooting at a wolf.
Right.
I had my first lamp, I
Dog.
think was,
Husky.
Husky.
yeah, well, my first lamp is why shoot wolf? And then
No, see, that was a slam.
Exactly.
That was
And my
a
other-
slam for me. I said, why is he trying to kill Doggy?
did I say lamp? I meant slamp.
Yeah.
And then my next comment was wolf is a dog.
Wolf
is dog.
Wolf is dog. Yes.
Yeah.
Very straight to the point.
Top Cow's always.
Also, it's all on
eating.
Post-it notes today because
Yeah, interesting. Interesting format today.
I'm not even going to explain it.
Oh, yeah, my
I-
next lamp was now they're trying to blow up Dog. Why
Right.
Why do these Nords hate dogs?
Right.
So this
And then they blew up helicopter, and he's dead.
So how do you guys feel after this opening sequence?
This
Are you
is
just like,
the
what's
most-
So
happening?
the
Hey,
open.
audit.
I hated the UFO. I hated the title.
The UFO is rough.
Yes.
UFO is rough. I'll give that
But-
one to you.
I the whole like them hunting the dog like really caught my attention because I was like, why?
Right.
Why? What's the point?
Right. Kind of
And
spooky.
then I caught on pretty quickly because then I said, ooh, I understand why they don't like Doggy because Doggy acts weird.
Doggy's kind of
Yeah, I
strange.
figured it out. eventually.
Doggy's sus. Doggy is the
I'm
imposter.
dying over here.
Yeah, Jonah.
All right, continue the podcast on.
All right.
See, all right, yeah. So, should we get into
Let's and now it's time for Lambs and Slams. This is the part of the show where we get into things we like about the movie, the lambs, and the things we don't like, the slams. I am going to start us out with a lamb. Opening score, amazing.
good stuff.
I love the
I
opening
really
score.
liked the score in this.
This movie's off to a great start. But then immediately my slam, bad CGI spaceship. This movie was off to a great start. This movie was
that
off
was
to a
my
great
first
start.
lamp as well.
It was off to a
Yeah,
great start.
like why? Why would they start off with?
I feel like
Especially
I-
with a lamp of mine is
Yeah.
the rest of the effects in the movie
really
horrifying and amazing.
good. Really good practical effects.
Amazing.
I thought I remember hearing...
What was that UFO at the beginning?
I thought I remember hearing that they added the UFO like afterwards because like audiences were confused about like what's going on. And the
But it was
UFO
the
like,
studio that like told them like add the UFO in.
Right.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Wait, let me just tell my thoughts on the opening again. I thought it was the weirdest, stupidest opening. Like,
you thought it was stupid?
it's just so weird. Like these guys are chasing. They can't hit a dog for the life of them.
They're in a helicopter.
And like, what was that throw with the grenade?
You know how hard it would be
was
to
like-
shoot something?
What did he do?
He grabs the grenade out of the helicopter with like 10 dudes standing in front of him, mind you. Like, he's ready to yeet this grenade into a group of dudes, and then he like just kind of like you ever play Wii Bowling and like you let it go behind you on accident? That's kind of what it looked like.
And then also he has a gun. He's shooting at the dog, and all these guys are just standing there, like staring at these guys with a gun. And then he starts shooting towards them, and they all just stand there until one of them gets hit, and they all kind of like go off to the side like
Also,
this.
why did the
like,
weatherman get hit? Why was it the weatherman that got hit? I was kind of bitter about that.
And then the guy that kills him,
He's not integral to the plot.
yeah.
the guy that kills him, the way he does it is he smashes the window first and just waits for him instead of like going to the door, which was right there.
The way he smashes the window too, he's like, just like stands there for a minute.
No glass
just like,
away the bullet. The last thing you want is a ricocheted bullet. It's the last thing.
oh my gosh! And that was a direct headshot that he got too.
Yeah,
that
straight
was,
through the goggles.
That was gnarly.
Straight through the old peepers.
Imagine if they would have got the dog at the beginning, though.
Yeah.
This whole movie could have been avoided.
Yeah, what if they just like shot the dog right away?
Imagine how just confused all of them would be.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have to go through any of those events, but all I knew is that these two weird Swedish dudes showed up, shot a dog, and then they both died.
Right.
Man.
But then they were looking at the dog corpse and listening, it goes...
It was the weirdest, like the
The
weirdest
noises.
thing.
That was the
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
A
But that
thing
was the
is the
point
only
of
way
it.
to describe
Yeah.
it.
It was an alien from another world, and it was crazy.
Hey, did you know that in the British Antarctic, research stations watch The Thing as a part of their midwinter feast,
Oh.
held every June 21st.
Yo! What? Happy Midsummer Feast.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Antarcticans.
It's my dream to go live in a research facility in the Antarctic.
Just so everyone's aware, it is Monday the 21st.
Yeah.
So that's why it was so
Hey, happy summer festival.
Yeah. Yeah. We love you, Antarcticans.
midwinter feast and
What do you
celebration.
call somebody from Antarctica?
Eskimo.
Oh. No, those are Northerners.
I'm
Is
trying
that
to think
true?
of like a pun joke or something.
It's not happening.
And Antarctic, you glad to see me?
What do you call people from the Antarctic?
Antarctica, I barely even know her. I mean,
What? Why did Antarctica eat 7? Because 7, 8, 9. I can't do it. I can't get there.
all right, yeah. So back to Lamps and Slams.
Here's a slam. Wilford Brimley doesn't look right without a mustache.
I didn't even recognize him.
You don't
until
even, right?
like I like because I watched it on Amazon Prime, so they have like that X-ray thing where
Yeah.
when he paused, you can see who's. And I was
Yeah.
like, Wilford Brimley,
Diabetes. Yeah. Yeah, he looks very... I mean,
way different.
mustaches
who that guy
really
is?
change someone's face. Yeah, that's who Blair
it.
was.
I don't know who Blair was.
He was the doctor.
I've got a
The one
lamp.
they lock away and he goes, hey, come on,
Oh,
let
look
me
at
out of
that.
here. I'm
Yeah.
feeling a lot better now. I'm feeling good now. Come on, I want to come inside. I'm not the thing.
He just shut the latch. Shut up, old man.
Shut up, Blair.
Turns out he's like the thing of all things at the end.
Yeah,
But
he is the thing.
it's he's massive. He's a
yeah.
big boy.
Oh, yeah.
Lamp. Kurt Russell. Let's go.
Kurt Russell,
Love me some
baby.
Kurt, baby.
Young Kurt
he's
Russell.
looking suave.
He's looking suave.
good.
He's looking thin. He's looking lithe. He's
But-
got a big old
so
head
young
of hair.
Kurt Russell and young Jeff Bridges are very similar to each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
When they first popped on screen, like, because I don't look at cast or anything until I'm watching the movie, I was like, oh, Jeff Bridges. And I was like, oh, wait, that's Kurt Russell. Never mind. Because they both have that long, like, flushed back hair.
Wavy hair.
I would have liked to see Jeff Bridges in this role. Hey, man, what is this, some kind of thing?
What gave it away was the voice. He started talking. I was like, that's not Jeff Bridges.
He looks
That's
at the
Kurt
thing and
Russell.
says,
Yeah.
"End of line,
End of
man."
line, man. No, so there was actually this one. I wrote it down. Where was it? Kurt Russell says, it was a line that I really liked. It was a lamp. He was like, "We're under attack.
Mm-hmm.
We're under a fun fact attack.
Oh,
Fun fact attack,
he got
everybody.
us.
Woo!
He got us.
He
That's
freaking
right.
razzed us.
I was like, is that your favorite
Did
line?
you
really?
know?
You freaking got our asses,
you know?
Joan. You freaking got us.
Kurt Russell almost died while filming this movie.
Because the thing almost
You know
got
that
him.
you know that scene when everybody's all tied up and he's testing all the blood, and then like one of them changes, and then he catches him on fire, and he like yeets himself through the wall, and then he ends up throwing dynamite at him.
Yeah.
So it turns out he actually threw dynamite in that shot.
No way.
Why?
Right?
That can't be true.
No, it's true. And like he wasn't expecting the explosion to be so big, and it like if you watch it, he kind of gets like pushed back into the wall, and that's a legit reaction because like the concussion kind of like hit him.
way.
And they kept it in the movie. It's a weird because they do a little cut, and like so they cut out like him actively throwing it,
Right.
like in a weird way, but
I
yeah,
gotta
he's
check
actually
this out.
throwing dynamite in that scene, and it blows up in front of him.
Dang.
I was like, why?
How
Why
would
you
that not
do
like
that?
make everyone deaf?
Right?
I guess it's like a movie, like it's a soundstage. It's
I
probably
guess.
huge. Dang,
Like,
really?
And I went back and I rewatched that scene. I was like, he got rocked by that. Like rocked by it.
I feel like I would quit filming that movie at that point. I'd be like, you give me real dynamite?
Like,
I'm done. Hey, did you know that this movie was released on the same day as Blade Runner?
Yes.
I didn't.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
And it's a week after E.T. was released.
yeah, it didn't do well because E.T.
Yeah.
This movie and Blade Runner were both like not.
They were ahead of their time.
Yeah, all the critics didn't like them,
Yeah.
but now they're considered good movies.
Now we all love them. John, you got any more lamps? And
I got a
slams?
lamp. Kurt Russell's exploration hat.
Oh,
When they go,
baby.
whenever he's going out.
Is that
That's
that
tundra.
giant like cowboy hat?
Yeah,
That's, that's also one of my lamps. McCready's hat is boss. It's a pretty boss hat.
Yo.
And then I was also shocked that Jonah doesn't currently own one of those hats because I feel
That
like
would
that's
work
a
on you,
hat.
man.
I've been
You should
wanting
wear it up at the cabin.
a cowboy hat for a long time.
See,
now.
the
No,
thing is,
don't
it's-
get that. Get the big hat.
It's
That
like a
looks
big, it's like a
Yosemite
big
Sam's
prospector hat.
Yes.
Like he's panning for gold or
Yeah.
something.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love the hat.
it's a good hat. It's a good hat.
He only wears it when he flies the chopper, though.
Okay,
He doesn't wear it. I swear he wears it one other time, like when he goes on the road.
I think when they're exploring the Norwegian outpost.
yeah,
he wears
that's
it.
where I remember
Yeah.
it. Okay, so I put this is what I started typing into Google.
Yeah.
Hat Kurt R,
Okay.
and the rest of the sentence fills out. Hat Kurt Russell wore in the thing.
Oh,
Did you find it? And how
I
much?
mean, I don't know. I just hate that it knew
He
already.
found it. He found it.
How much is
Dang,
the
look at
hat,
that
Joan?
thing. I
How
can't-
much
okay.
is it?
Here's a picture of it. I don't know if I could. I'll find it. Keep going. Let me look.
All right,
fill you in.
I'll throw out a slamp. Why do these scientists have a flamethrower?
Yeah, that was weird.
multiple
maybe-
flamethrowers.
Maybe they use
But
the
what-
flamethrowers to like melt ice and
It
certain
has to be.
areas.
Is
Like-
that what Is that what they use flamethrowers?
Yeah.
I thought it was just straight up a weapon for lighting people on fire.
People for a while were using that little flamethrower that Elon Musk invented to
Yeah.
like de-ice their driveways.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe the research they're doing, they have to melt ice. Like, it's probably easier than chipping away at it, right?
Maybe. Did you ever see that Elon Musk video where he's showing off his flamethrower to Joe Rogan? He's just like shooting fireballs in the air, and then he stops and he goes, "Not safe for eyebrows." Just like completely.
Elon
deadpan.
Musk is such a weird dude.
I love him though. I love him. He's the man.
I still do not understand how to pronounce his kid's name. That makes
Yeah.
no sense to me.
It's just numbers, isn't it?
There's this video, some reporter asking, like, hey, well, how's his, and he says the whole son's name, and Elon's like, who? And he's like, your son. He's like, and he just laughed. Or something. Okay, here we go. $500?
Wow, too much money.
Yeah,
For a hat or the flamethrower?
for this hat.
Oh.
How much for the
Dang.
flamethrower?
Yeah, how much
Joni,
for the
got any more
flamethrower?
lamps and slams?
I got a lamp.
Jonah has 3 post-it notes. That is just
He's
lose
very
post-it
hastily
notes.
shuffling through them.
I mean, I have a slamp ready. The blood looks terrible in this movie. At times when it's like on the floor, it just looks like, like red jelly or something like that.
That's the point, because it's the thing. Every little cell is the thing.
It's true.
Every cell is its own little creature.
Even the blood that's not infected, though, looks bad.
It's all infected. Everybody's the thing.
Actually,
Everyone is thing.
I have to
now.
admit, I did not finish the movie.
I
just realized that.
What? How far did you get?
Classic Jonah.
I'll tell you.
What's the last thing you saw, Jonah?
The last thing I saw was, I think the one of the guys the one doctor, whoever the guy with the mustache is,
Yeah,
that doesn't have a mustache,
Blair.
he was sticking his fingers on a guy's face and was like going.
Oh,
into
you're
his
very.
face.
Oh,
you're
you were
very close
almost
to the end.
there.
You're
Yeah,
very
I know I
close.
was.
They were in the generator room in that scene,
Yeah.
which is like the last area.
I knew I was getting close, but I think I might have missed some critical plot
Did you?
points.
Did you?
Probably.
Did you like the movie?
No.
No, actually, don't answer.
Okay,
that.
we won't talk about that. We won't talk about that. But I got a lamp.
All right, let's have it.
The not CGI, but the special effects and the goriness caught me off guard.
The practical effects are
And
very
the practical
good.
effects were insane
For the
in this
80s?
movie.
Those are really good.
Insane.
Like, super convincing.
The only part where I didn't like the practical effects was when the head turned into the spider, and that was fine. But then it started crawling out the door, and it just looked so janky. And I was like,
Yeah.
Other than that,
The way they did all this
bad.
was pretty impressive. Like all the weird, also the weird monster things. Like it was pretty impressive.
they really went into on the just creepiness.
I like that one scene where they're doing the defibrillator on the guy, and then his chest opens up and
Yeah.
bites that guy's arms off. And then they set him on fire, and then he's going and then his neck just slowly starts stretching, and it starts separating. You're just
gosh. For that
But
scene,
it looks real.
For the scene when he puts the defibrillators go through the chest and then his arms get eaten.
boom.
They actually used a double amputee.
Yes.
And then,
Really?
and they just put makeup on his
cool.
arms.
And apparently they put a mask of the actor on that guy.
Oh, really?
And I was like,
That's
I don't remember him looking like a man with a mask, but now I need to rewatch.
I think you probably don't even see his face.
Probably.
Yeah. But yeah, I was impressed with all the creative monsters and just
Were
the
you
different stuff they
scared?
thought of.
Is part of the reason you didn't like it because it was frightening to
No,
you?
this movie wasn't scary.
Do you get scared? Would you describe yourself as a fearful man?
No, I don't like horror movies though, or anything like that. Like when we watched Midsummer, I hate that movie. It's the most off-putting movie
so unsettling.
that I've ever watched.
So unsettling.
I
I still do that before every shot now, though.
You have to.
I have to.
You got it.
I
I
watched
have
that
to.
movie, so yeah. I don't like scary movies, but this one wasn't scary.
We should revisit Midsummer.
We should do his other
Watch it
works.
again.
I forget that.
Oh,
director's
Jake was
name.
telling me about the other one that's way worse than Midsummer.
Yeah, that one is.
Which one?
I don't know.
What's it called? Hereditary?
Hereditary.
Yeah.
Yep. That one is.
That one seemed truly scary. I don't know if I want to watch that one.
Have you haven't
It's
seen
a,
it?
that
I
one-
saw the trailers, and I remember it was just it was a girl with Down syndrome. He kept going.
Yeah, she's got weird ticks.
Oh,
I don't know. It was
remember that.
I don't know.
it's
Just the
creepy.
trailer
It's
creeped me out.
it's much like Midsummer that it's a slow burn and then it just really escalates at the end.
Yeah.
Wait, have you
But,
seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
I watched Hereditary before Midsummer without even realizing it was the same director. Actually,
Really?
And how was Hereditary?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
You liked it?
It was good. It was a really good movie.
Scarier than Midsummer?
Scarier, yes, but Midsummer was definitely
It was so
stuck
disturbing.
with me more because it was so disturbing and so unsettling.
So
to
could
me.
I watch Hereditary and be okay with it? You think?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it.
yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it.
I don't know if I ever told the story on the podcast. Have I? About that time Holly and I went to go watch that movie about the guy that's deaf, where the kids break into his house and he hunts them down in his house.
Oh
Helen
yeah, yeah.
Keller.
No, it's not the movie, but I can't remember what the movie is that we saw. Lights
Don't
Out.
breathe.
Yeah, Don't Breathe is the one we thought we were seeing, but we
Right.
bought tickets to Lights Out. And I'm sitting in the theater. Holly went to the bathroom, and there is a preview for the movie we're about to watch. I'm like, why are they showing a
Yeah,
preview?
why are
Like
we
we're
seeing
about to
this?
watch the
Right
movie.
here. You don't have to sell us on it.
And then before it even said the name, I just
That's so
remembered
funny.
watching the trailer for Lights Out and just got up. Like Holly was walking in. I'm like, when I'm watching this movie, she's like, "What?" I'm like, I'm gonna hate it, and you will not be able to watch it because it's a terrifying movie. So I went up to the front. I'm like, "Hey, can I get my money back?" They're like, "Sure." We left.
Hey, that's
There you
strong.
go.
You
Yep.
got your money back.
Yep, that's my story.
Happy ending.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
I want to watch more scary movies. I
feel like I could
I get scared from scary movies, but I'm one of those people that likes the thrill of being scared.
well, especially
by
that
it.
movie, Scary Movie. With
Oh,
Dwayne
terrifying.
Wayne's.
Terrifying.
Very scary stuff. Very scary
I
stuff.
remember in Scary Movie when they're all like, "What's up?" And
Actually, I've
it's
never
like,
seen
"What's
it."
up?" Oh, it's good.
I've never
It's
seen
good.
it.
You haven't
Is it
heard-
good?
More lamps, just lamps.
I've got lamp. I've got a lamp.
Damn.
I like the scene where McCready gets back into the outpost after they kind of kicked him out. He's got
Oh,
the flamethrower,
he's got-
and then he goes, "Get back, way back."
That's when McCready snaps.
Yeah,
you really
McCready's
see the
like,
true
"All right, I'm
nature
done with
of
you
him."
guys.
Oh my gosh, yeah, everything gets mega tense after that.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
I thought it was interesting when you figure out the little test to test their blood
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
who's real and who isn't.
That
And
whole
then, and then
scene,
for the
I was
longest time,
stressed out.
they keep testing it, and nothing's happening. They finally test when it goes. Like jumps out of the petri
terrifying.
dish.
Jumps out, it's a jump scare, and then all of a sudden he waits to start morphing until his blood gets
Then the one
found out.
dude's just in the chair and he's just like,
And they're all, and what terrified me the most is they're all tied to him because
Yeah.
they're all roped
and then they all
together.
start freaking out like, get us out!
I
And then
realized
Kurt Russell's just off to the side with his flamethrower,
Yeah.
just trying to ignite it the entire
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I was like,
oh my
dude,
gosh. It's a good movie, man.
yeah, it was
It's a
stressful.
good movie.
I enjoyed
And just
it.
like the paranoia, and like I like how they like show everyone on the base, and like they kind of establish like everyone's kind of fed up with each other. Like one guy's like, "Hey, like shut that music down." He's like, "All right,"
yeah,
turns
whatever.
away, and he's
More Stevie
rollerblading
Wonder.
around. More Stevie Wonder, he says. More Stevie
You know,
Wonder.
so speaking of that character, I have a lamp.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Unlike the classic horror movie style, the black people didn't die first in this one. Good on you,
Subverting
director.
this was in the
expectations.
80s.
Good,
so-
yeah.
This movie got a lot of flack too because it doesn't follow the like classic movie like structure. You know, it's kind of like all over the place. And so
Well, there's no real like story to it. I want to say
no, not really.
It's just kind of a camera there, just following.
there is a story. The
It's
story
like ish
is
there.
There's a story, but it's not like there's like this character introduced and he has a goal and then he faces some sort of like interference and then he overcomes the interference and now he's better for it. You know,
Yeah.
like the classic movie.
I think there is. Kurt Russell is that. He's introduced. His goal is to survive and take charge, and I'm waiting to see if he survives or not.
Jonah is finishing the movie as we speak.
So,
I think this is it. I think you're at the
Yeah,
very
yeah,
end.
you're at the very
Okay.
end. Yeah, you're at the
Right now the music's going.
The end is phenomenal.
Bing, bing.
It leaves it on like a cliffhanger.
Yeah, do you like that?
All right,
So-
not
that was
bad.
good
Not
stuff.
bad.
Not bad, right?
Hey, so I have a note here that and I'm actually kind of disappointed right now. I had a note. I bet Jonah will lamp the chess computer at the very beginning.
Oh,
you didn't.
No, okay. A slamp.
What?
A slamp that this guy is so surprised that he got checkmated. How bad are you at chess that you
And
don't
he
see
pours
checkmate in one
whiskey
move?
in the computer.
Yeah. I was like,
I mean, he
So,
was.
I
Pretty
thought you were
drunk
gonna
right
lamp
now.
that computer. As soon as I saw that, I was like, Jonah.
I didn't write it down, but I was
If Holly ever passed away, God forbid, you would move to the Antarctic and you would drink whiskey and you would play chess against a computer.
probably drink vodka.
No, I think you'd make the switch.
Just, I don't want any similarities to
Whiskey
my old
warms
life.
you up.
Just a new Jonah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Jonah, the movie ends with it's Childs and it's McCready, and they're both
Yeah.
sitting in the snow, and then
They die.
McCready's about to take a swig of something, and he hands it to Childs. Childs takes a big swig, and then Childs goes, "All right, what do we do now?" And then McCready goes, "I don't know. Let's just sit here a while, see what happens."
So McCready was obviously infected, and then he infected Childs with his drink.
Bum bum.
Because McCready does start
Interesting.
laughing.
There's probably a lot.
I didn't think of
Interesting,
that.
but we'll get to that, Jonah. We'll get to that
I'm assuming
because
there's a.
Do you have any more lamps and slams, Jonah?
No, I don't have any more lamps and slams. You have any more lamps and slams to have?
No
I'm
more
all
lamps and
tapped
slams
out.
for me. You got any more lamps and slams?
I'm all tapped out.
You're all tapped out, so you're out of lamps and slams.
No.
He's all tapped out. He's out of lamps and slams, and now it's time for the return of this segment we all know and love called Punch, Scrunch, or Brunch. What's your hunch, Bunch?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. It's been a
I
minute.
don't know the names of all of them.
Yeah, I don't know about Recast Blast. I keep trying to make it work. I keep trying to tweak the rules. I feel like it's missing a sort of a certain a little bit of je ne sais quoi.
A little bit of oomph.
A little bit of oomph, a little bit of je ne sais quoi. So we're going back to Punch, Scrunch, or Brunch. What's your hunch, Bunch? This is the segment of the show where I give Jonah and Johnny 3 categories. Punch. Which character in this movie do you want to punch? You know, they're a real son of a gun. They need a swift punch to the jaw. Who are you going to scrunch? You know, someone who's just having a hard time in this movie. You just need to give them a little scrunch on their face. Like, hey, buddy, it's going to be okay. Here's a scrunch. And Brunch. Who do you want to have brunch with? Jonah, who are you going to punch?
I'm gonna punch. I'm gonna punch McCready.
You're going to punch McCready.
Yeah, just for tying all those people up, knowing that some of them are monsters and some of them aren't.
Yeah, I thought that was.
But, like, what else was he
Poor
going to do?
thinking.
What else was he going to do?
Tie them up individually.
You had to do something. They were tied up individually to chairs. They were all just like next to each other.
They were all tied up, like they were all together somehow. I don't know how, but somehow.
I guess there was that scene where at the very end he was like, you know what? I'm going to run one rope through all the backs of the chairs so you're all tied together.
Okay, so the one guy like lifted up and the other guys lifted up too. So obviously like the chairs were connected or something.
Yeah, they were all tied together. It was,
Okay,
it was
that's
really
fair.
weird.
That's
it was
fair.
really
That's
weird.
fair. Johnny, who are you gonna punch?
I'm gonna punch Dr. Blair.
Ooh, interesting. Why?
Yeah. So this is just purely just because I think it would be funny, you know, when he's in his little outcast shed and McCready's looking at him through the little slot.
Yeah.
Imagine if McCready, like Dr. Blair, is approaching him like to the slot and he just punches him through the on the face, like through the mail slot, and then he just shuts it.
That'd be pretty good.
I think that'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, I
Missed
would like
opportunity.
that. So wait, you're gonna punch him?
Yeah, I'm gonna be the one that punches him though.
He's gonna go
in
for
that
a shot.
moment.
Just
in
because
that
it
moment,
would be
like
funny.
Dr. Blair's gonna be like, "I'm not the monster. You
Come
can
on,
let me
I'm
out."
feeling
He's
a
getting
lot
closer,
better.
like,
I
"All right,
want to
here,
come
just let me look at you,
inside
just let me
now.
look at
All
you."
right, I'll
Shut
come
up,
down with.
old
Oh
man.
no, my face!
Quiet, sit down, eat your canned tuna. Like-
Shut up, you freak! That's what I would have
So
said.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna punch Gary. Gary was the guy who shot the Norwegian guy very early on, and I just feel like he was a real sniveling
Gary
coward.
was really annoying.
Just a sniveling coward of a man.
Also, I forgot to slamp this, but like,
Yeah.
so this is the same scene where they're all tied up with each other, and each like they have a separate scene for when one of them gets found out that they're not the monster. They like have a separate shot of them just saying something super obnoxious, like "Get me out of this rope, man!"
Yeah.
And the next shot, they're out of the rope, and like
Yeah.
they do that for each person. I was like, why? Because they did that with him
I
too.
like that. I like that.
I don't know. I just thought it was weird. The pacing was
And I
weird.
believe his was, no, if you gentlemen wouldn't mind, I'd like if you untied me. Just like,
it was just like, whoa, man. Like,
yeah. All right,
Yeah.
scrunch.
Oh, okay.
Who you gonna scrunch, Jonah? They were having a bad time. They need a little pick me up.
I'm gonna scrunch the monster because it wasn't like intentionally harming these people. It just was taking over their bodies. Like it was just taking over the innocent dogs.
Seemed intentional.
Okay, but that's how the being works. Like we don't know it's necessarily bad.
It's like saying,
It's just
yeah,
trying
I
to
mean, the
evolve.
Nazis weren't bad. They were just
Like,
doing
they were
what
just
Nazis do,
what
man.
they knew what to
It's
do.
like if you believed in like evolution or something, you
Yeah.
know, it's like it's just evolving.
All right.
He gets
I'll
a bad
take it.
rap for a monster.
But like, just so you know, if you touch that monster, I'm pretty sure it's gonna like suck your hand into it, and you're gonna become the thing.
Hey, look at me, I'm the monster now.
I was expecting you to open mouth and go.
That was a pretty good reference, I feel like.
That's not bad. Not bad. John.
I'm a scrunch. Whoever the dude was that was getting defibbed.
Ah, yes.
He seems like a very worried character, and he's always
Yeah.
like, "Oh man, like I don't want to be the leader."
He got a bum rap.
guys.
Like, come on, it's okay, man.
Yeah, you got a
like,
bad
it's
deal.
okay.
You
Hold
got a
yourself
bad deal.
together. Like we're all gonna get through.
and
this.
I would venture to say that his the thing was the most disturbing.
It was
'cause
horrifying.
It was like a spider like guy popped out
Well,
of his
first
chest.
it was like teeth in the
Teeth
chest.
in the chest.
And then Spider-Man pops out.
Spider.
And then, although I will say, I found the when Windows turned into a monster or
Yeah.
whoever it was, and he like shot himself onto the roof.
Yeah,
and he
that
was
was-
just like there.
Yeah, that
Oof.
was pretty scary.
That creeped me out. That creeped me out a lot.
Yeah, and then the first guy got it like the easiest.
Yeah.
Just like his hands kind of look
Yeah.
like lobsters. Like,
Oh, and he's just
it's not too bad.
that was the
Yeah,
weatherman.
that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. That was Weatherman?
Yeah, that was.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
I kind of forgot about that guy because he was just like the weatherman. Like, who cares about that
Everybody
person?
forgets about the weatherman.
Just like, if he gets it wrong, I'll get it from someone else.
Exactly.
Weathermen
He's
are
just,
Weathermen
lying.
don't
He's just
matter.
lying anyway. Who
just
cares?
lying anyway. Who
Yeah.
would it? Listen, if it's not from Dallas Reigns' mouth, then I don't trust it.
Wait, Tyler, who was your?
I'm gonna scrunch Blair because Blair was. I mean, I'm gonna scrunch Blair before he became the thing because he was.
Which
you
one's
know,
Blair?
Blair was the scientist. For goodness sake, Jonah. For goodness sake, he was
It's
the
too hard.
scientist.
There's
He was the one that they
scientists,
Wilford
there's doctors.
Brimley, diabetes.
The one that
I'm
I
feeling
punched.
much better. Come on, Mac. Let me inside. I'm doing all right.
Shut up,
now.
old man.
Oh no, my face again. Yeah, just because you know, he seemed worried and seemed like
He
a
did.
good guy.
He
was-
seemed genuine until he turned into Big Thing.
once he turned into the thing, then all
He
bets
like
are
he
off.
like put his hands in like the mouth of that guy.
I like
and,
that.
Like,
Not in it. He just put it on his face and then like his skin like melted into.
was
his
that what
skin.
happened?
Yeah.
I thought because I kind of like looked away for a second.
he was
And I
like-
looked and like he was like in his skin.
he was like had his like his hand like melted onto his face, so he like
it's
couldn't breathe. It is terrifying. It is terrifying. I'm terrified. I'm terrified right now. I'm terrified right now, John.
All right.
And now it's time for brunch. Jonah, who are you gonna have brunch with?
Brunch. I'm going to have brunch with. This is a tough one.
It's a tough one
I'm trying to think
because
who has money in this.
nobody's obviously rich in this.
Yeah.
You always just went for the richest person in the room.
Dang. Come back to me. Come back to me.
All right, we'll come back to Jonah. We'll come back to Jonah.
I'm a bunch the dude that was on the roller skates. I can't remember his name.
Knowles?
Yeah.
I put Knowles. Because Knowles seems like the most fun.
I loved when like he first shows up and he's like, maybe we're at war with the Norwegians.
Yeah.
And I was like,
classic Knowles. And he takes up on his rollerblades.
Yep.
Yeah, because initially I put McCready, but then I was like, McCready's not a fun guy. You'd go to breakfast, he'd just be like, yeah, I'll take a big plate of bacon and bring me some whiskey. That's what McCready would eat for breakfast.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound like an amazing breakfast? A big plate of bacon and whiskey? I'm doing that this weekend.
Hey,
it's going to ruin the rest of my day.
Breakfast, Jonah, you want to go to Broken Yolk soon? They just opened up right across
Oh,
the
I
street
saw that
from
place.
us.
Yeah, we should try that out.
Yeah, I'm down. There's a Broken Yolk in Orange that I went to before,
Is it
and
good?
they have mimosa flights, and the food is really good.
What's going on here? What's happening right now? You guys making plans on the podcast?
We're making plans without
Everyone's
you.
going to go
without you.
All
on
of the fans
podcast.
are going to go to Yolks, and they're going to get you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna get mobbed.
They're going to be like, oh, it's Brunch, Crunch, and Brunch.
But maybe,
They're brunching.
but maybe they'll buy us brunch.
Whoa.
Yeah, all right. So me and John are both going to have brunch with Knowles. So that means that we get to go together.
Oh,
Me, you, and
Yeah,
Knowles.
no, we're making plans together.
Yeah,
Look
nice.
At us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
I'm gonna go to brunch with the scientist, just because I feel like he knows.
Blair?
Yeah, I feel like he knows like the best breakfasts to get. He's like, trust me, like this is what you want. For
He
breakfast.
does. No. You don't want to order the bacon. You want to order the sausage. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. And that's how we play Punch, Crunch, or Brunch.
I missed
What's your
this
hunch
one.
bunch? That's a good one,
I
right?
missed it.
It's better than Recast Blast, I think.
Yeah.
I liked Recast Blast for a couple of times.
It gets old.
It got old.
Because, the first few times you're like using all the fun celebrities like Willem Dafoe or Oprah Winfrey, and then
I
you
kinda
start to
feel like-
you run out.
I kind of feel like overall for
Did you
a
say
little
Oprah
bit.
Winfrey?
Huh?
Oprah Winfrey?
I said Opal, Winnipeg. Opal, Winnipeg.
I feel like for like a little bit, our
Yeah.
podcast got a little stale. I'll admit.
It can happen.
Yeah.
Can happen.
But we're refreshed now.
You got to
And
keep it
things are
fresh.
feeling good. Yeah.
It's like the Febreze.
I had to
plug-in
go on my
ads.
sabbatical. I'm
Yeah.
glad I made all those statements.
Yeah, did you like your time at that camp where you worked with all those other goats and you kind of learned how to like do trust building exercises with the goats, so you like learned how to trust them a
The
little
trust
bit?
falls were really weird.
Yeah,
It was
they didn't really
just,
work that well, right?
No, it was awful.
Because the goats has no hands.
None.
Goats has hands.
Medicine for goat.
And it was all the fainting goats
I
too.
knew you were gonna say that.
You're baiting it out of me.
I was waiting. Can I tell you the truth? I planned to bring up goats. And then before we started, I was going to slip a piece of paper in Johnny's pocket that said, Jonah just said medicine is for goats. I was going to bring up goats, and then as soon as you said it, I was going to say, John,
You know, so
please
actually,
reveal
I
a piece
watched
of paper
enough
out of your
of the last
podcast.
podcast to know that Jonah said that. Actually,
Yeah, see?
There we go.
Predictable.
Dang. We
You're
already mentioned goats
predictable.
at this podcast so far. John mentioned
Yeah.
goats, and I was
Yeah.
going to say it. That would have been impressive if John brought it up, and then I said it, and then Johnny pulled out the paper.
I almost did it. I was this close.
All right, what's the next segment we got going?
And now the final segment is called Trivial Trivia. This is the part of the show where I give Jonah and Johnny 6 questions about the movie. Do they have the answers? Let's find out as we play Trivial Trivia. Here we go. Stevia. What runs with trivia? Trivia. Stevia.
trivial.
No, we already
Trivia.
Trivia.
Trivia. First question. What outpost were McCready and the boys stationed at? What was it was a number. What number was
Are you
it?
playing chess right now?
No.
Tony, you can't play chess while we're
You
recording
mentioned it.
podcast.
He can play chess at the Antarctic.
This is how
At base.
You think you have the
Everybody,
charisma of
This
Creedy?
One
Yeah,
is
right.
four.
Jonah's podcast, and here we are. Jonah's playing
You're losing it,
chess
man.
on it. You bum. Real Tom Sawyer, this one.
You're
All
a real layabout, Jonah.
Okay. 1948. I don't know.
John, you want to wager a guess?
I don't like. I know there's a sign.
The outpost was number 31.
Oh, 31.
Outpost
I
31.
thought there was a 19 in there. I could have swore that.
Well, yeah, clearly you thought that.
Idiot.
Clearly you did think that. What brand of whiskey did McCready drink? Jonah.
Jack Daniels?
Johnny.
I don't know. Was it a green bottle Jameson?
No, you both.
Was it in a green bottle?
It was J&B Scotch whiskey. J&B. J&B.
Okay, that's the next question. Ready?
That's the whiskey for me.
I'm ready.
You ready for the next question? How long did Blair's computer projection say it would take the thing?
2,700 hours.
Wrong, Johnny.
2,100 hours.
No.
Or 21,000.
No.
27,000. Son of a...
It was 27,000, but you both got it wrong. I'm sorry. Very close.
I missed a zero.
Did you guys hear that? Did you guys see that part too where it said projection 27,000 hours and then under his breath, very quietly, you can only catch it in the bonus content. Wilford Brimley mutters, diabetes. Everyone says, Wilford, what was that? He goes, nothing. Don't worry about it. Have you seen my mustache growing in yet? That's what Wilford Brimley said to the cast and crew. Who did Blair tell McCready to watch? He's in the little hidey hole, and then McCready's about to leave, and he goes, "Hey McCready, watch out for
Falk
or
whoever." What was that guy's name? I'm trying to remember their names right now. I'm pretty sure Falk
Jonah,
was
you
one of
want to
their
wager a
names.
guess? Jonah, stop playing chess.
I'm not playing chess. I already know it. I'm looking up the question of what's his name.
Okay.
What's the scientist's name?
Clark.
I have a question for you after this.
Clark.
Johnny says Clark.
You looked it up though.
No, I looked up the cast.
You just looked up the cast. It's fine.
I don't know about that
You
one.
looked up the cast.
We'll call that one a tie.
We'll give that one to Johnny, just for posterity. What does that mean? Because I keep hearing.
What is posterity?
Yeah,
Jonah, look it up.
I feel like I've been hearing it a lot. Where people
Put the
say,
chest
like,
away and look it up.
Oh, like we're recording these notes just for posterity. What does that mean?
I always feel like posterity is kind of like a position that you're in.
I feel like posterity sounds a lot like posture.
Yeah, like a position.
Posterity.
Like how you're presenting yourself.
All future generations of people. Am I looking up the right word? Or just call
I
that?
think you did.
Posterity? Is that
I'll look it
posterity?
up.
Yeah.
What color wire did Mac use for the hot wire test? Johnny.
Red.
Red.
Dang it, my eyes started watering again.
Because it's blood, baby.
No, it is. It is all future generations of people.
Bonus. What gauge wire was it? What gauge was that wire, Jonah?
4 gauge.
Incorrect. Way off. Whoa. You don't know your wire gauge at all. Johnny.
12 gauge.
It was 12. How did you know that?
I just think of a 12 gauge shotgun. That's all. That's all I know.
Dang, man.
Is it actually 12?
Yes.
Oh!
As you know, I'm an electrician, and the main wire we use for 120 volt circuits is 12 gauge wire.
All I know is that
So I know 12 gauge when I see it, and I was like, oh, it's 12 gauge wire. I'm like, what are the chances that one of these guys can guess
See,
that?
I own a 12 gauge shotgun. I was like,
Dang.
12 gauge. 12 gauge. 12
I couldn't
gauge.
think of any type of... I just gave a number.
4 gauge wire is probably like that big.
It was close.
That big around.
It was close.
Yo.
Dang, Johnny.
So that's what, 3 points for me?
2,
I
just
got,
2.
No, I got posterity, the posterity point, and then these two.
he did get the posterity point.
I don't know about that.
But luckily this luckily this last question is worth 3 points.
Whoa, stop it.
Jonah can tie it up.
No, that's not.
You want to be worth 4, young man? You guys remember when your parents would do stuff like that? Where they'd be like, you don't get to play Nintendo GameCube for a whole week. And then you say, a whole week? And they're like, you want to make it 2 weeks? And I was like, oh my gosh, like, don't make it worse. I'm already upset about the 1 week. I'm just sharing you how I feel about it being 1 week.
God, parents suck.
I always thought that was like an insane, like, psychopathic punishment. So I'm just supposed to, like...
The older that I get, the more I'm like, our parents really did not know what they were doing.
No, they were just us.
Whatsoever.
They were just us.
Yeah.
Think about it.
It's insane.
Our parents are us.
We are our parents.
We are.
we are posterity.
The youth of a nation. We
Young,
are.
young baby.
We are.
Young baby.
I feel like you didn't enjoy my callback to the word we just learned.
No, that was good.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thanks.
Well done, old boy.
There's self applause in here.
Fine.
I don't like that he's in charge of the soundboard.
Yeah, I mean, he bought it, though.
That's fair. This is his money, I
Buy it, you're in
guess.
charge of it. You buy it, you're in
Whatever.
charge of it. Final question worth 3 points. Joni, you can tie up the whole game, or Johnny, you can win by a landslide. Who was the thing?
We all are the thing.
You really should let me finish the question. Johnny,
Finish the question.
who was the thing at the end of the movie? Childs or McCready? Bum. Bum, bum.
I want to say I still win technically because either one of them is the thing. It spreads in 27,000 hours to the whole world.
Unless they kill it right then and there. John Boy.
I'm going to go with Childs.
Interesting.
I'm
Jonah?
going with maternity.
Who's maternity?
What?
What's his name?
McCready.
It's not maternity. That's
It's close.
It's not.
Got my
It's not.
maternity
The
pants
first
on.
letter is the same. The rest of it is way off.
Same amount of syllables,
All right,
right?
so let me share with you the theory, because I did a lot of research about like the end scene and like what does it mean. The best theory I heard was that they both sit down, Childs and McCready, and then McCready's about to take a sip of this bottle, and he like sniffs it, and then he kind of goes like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna drink this." And then he like looks like he's like thinking about it, and then he hands it to Childs, and then Childs takes a sip, and then McCready kind of goes
Because the alcohol would hurt.
like that. No, I think that, remember that scene where McCready's making Molotov cocktails and he's filling the bottles with gasoline? I think he found one of those, thought it was alcohol, and then he like sniffed it. He was like, "Oh no, this is gas." And he was like, "Well, let's see if Childs this is a thing." And then Childs drinks it, and then that's why Mac goes.
So I was right.
Interesting.
That's the theory that I like the best. That Childs.
I like
is the
that theory
thing.
a lot.
I think that's the theory that makes the most sense. So I like that one. So I think it's Childs.
So, I win
So
by
Johnny
a
wins by a landslide. And that's why we call him Mudslide J Man.
Call me
and
Muddy
Gargoyle
J.
Boy.
Gargoyle boy. Gargoyle boy. Shut up.
All right, is that
Gargoyle boy, you live on the tops of buildings.
Is that the podcast? Is that the
That's
whole
it.
we have
podcast?
to
We
rate
still
it.
got to
We have
rate
to
it. We
rate
still got to rate
Okay.
it. So we're gonna rate it 1 to 300 Knall's roller skates. Should we do Knall's roller skates?
All right, that's fair.
1 to 300
Or
Knall's roller
flamethrowers.
skates.
Say
Ooh,
an
flamethrowers.
excessive amount of flamethrowers
Yeah.
at the same
There's a lot
time.
of
Flamethrowers is better.
flamethrowers.
Flamethrowers is better.
Yeah.
1 to 300 flamethrowers. I'm going to give the movie a 285 because it has its shortcomings, but I thoroughly love this movie. This is the kind of movie that, like a cold, rainy night, I like to turn on the thing, get a big glass of whiskey, play chess, but then accuse the chess of cheating, and then you dump the whiskey, and then you watch the movie after that. You put on your big hat.
Big
I love the
prospector
movie.
hat.
I love the film.
It's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
I'm going to give it 185 flamethrowers.
Wow, pretty low.
Yeah.
baller.
It's not my type of movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was decent. It was watchable.
What is your type of movie?
Arrival. Whiplash.
Well, you like Milo and Otis a lot, right? Because it's the dogs, but they're talking too.
Star Trek Into Darkness. Yeah, it's just not my
A
movie.
really weird swath of movies.
That's my top 3, by the
So
way.
you're
in that
kind of
order.
your favorite kind of movie is unpredictable.
I guess.
Your favorite kind of movie is no kind of movie.
Yeah, it's just what I like. It's not like I have a specific one.
Interesting. John,
I'm going to give it 240.
240.
Yeah.
Did you like the movie?
I liked it a lot, except it just, the opening, that UFO
spaceship.
and that cheesy title.
I could have done with
That really like offset
some
the
points
tone
off for you.
me. Yeah.
How do we feel about the theme?
Oh, I like the theme overall. The theme was
theme?
just like,
no, the music though.
oh yeah. That was good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
And it really like the theme did a good job of letting you know when things were going down and when he can be calm and
Yeah.
when he should be amped up. I like that.
So now that you guys watched The Thing, you can watch the prequel, which is also called The Thing from 2011.
I was gonna
Which explains
It's a
what happens.
prequel.
Which explains what happens to the camp that they. Which explains what happens to the
Oh,
Norwegian,
the Norwegian camp.
Yes.
Do they all speak Norwegian?
Yes, the whole movie. Subtitles. the whole
Really?
way. Yeah. It's just a lot of like. Harkin Profantin
I loved all the comments. They kept saying, "Oh, these Swedes," and like they're Norwegian.
Yeah.
They just kept.
All right.
You ever met a Norwegian?
Never.
You ever seen one?
Never.
You ever seen a Norwegian? Yeah. Looking back to you. All right, let's wrap up. This
yeah.
thing,
Wait, what's
huh?
the average? Did you do the numbers?
Oh yeah, what's the average, Joan?
I did not. What did we say?
Crunch the numbers. 285, 185, 240.
236.
236. I'll take it.
Not bad.
Not bad.
All right, everyone,
bad.
that is the thing. I think that's it. Yeah, if you aren't subscribed to the YouTube channel, head over there and subscribe. You can watch me tear up on all the podcasts nowadays because something's wrong with my eyes.
This lighting. It's hard.
You just keep thinking about it.
I do, and I'm okay. New subject.
You're thinking about it right now.
Patreon.
You're watering eyes.
We're on Patreon.
Imagine little speckles of sand landing
We
in
are
your eye.
on Patreon, and head over there, flickface.com, and you can find.
Did you mute my mic?
did.
Wow.
I hate the control that
It's
he
a
has.
cowardly
Yeah.
move for a cowardly
Go to
man.
flickface.com. You can find we have merch.
Yeah.
And you could
Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. Give us
Give us
some
a
money.
follow.
We do the aftercast after every
Venmo me
episode.
personally at Tyler Hodder. Give me $5. If everyone just Venmos me $5, I'll be rich, and that's all I need.
Anyway, yeah, we do that weekly aftercast after every episode. We
Yeah.
record another podcast.
Yeah.
And upload it to Patreon.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. You could email us at flickface@gmail.com and let us know what movie you want us to do next, because we don't currently have a movie up next.
Yeah.
We do not.
So we'll have to figure that out. Anyway, that's the podcast. John, you have anything else you want to add?
Nope.
Tyler, do you have anything else you want to add?
You lying son of a gun.